guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I have a full face of all of my Holy Grail products. These are products that I've had to replace because I've used it all up, and some of these products I've been using more than 10 years and are happy to replace even to this day. So if you'd like to see what my Holy Grails are and what products I use to get this look, then please keep watching. So my most go-to Holy Grail foundation would definitely have to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now, Estee Lauder Double Wear has been around for, I would like to say 20 years. It has been around for such a long time. I used to use this one when I was in my 20s and then sort of strayed away from it because I felt as though it was a little bit too heavy for my skin. But in that time, they must have changed the formula because I find on my more mature skin, I absolutely love this foundation. And I find it hides pigmentation really well. And it doesn't cake up on the skin. It actually looks like skin, but perfected skin. So the shade I have here is Warm Vanilla. The only annoying thing about this product is it does not come with a pump. So you have to pay extra money to get the pump. That's the only thing that's a bit of a downer. They should be including the pump. So this is what the shade Warm Vanilla looks like. As you can see, it's quite a runny formula. I just find that this foundation never lets me down. Like, I know that if I'm having one of those mornings where I just get up and I haven't slept well and I'm tired, this one here is a no-brainer. I can just pop this one on and I know it's going to look good no matter how bad my skin is, whether I've had breakouts or I've got the biggest bags under my eyes from not sleeping. I know that this foundation is going to erase all of that. As you can see, it's not a heavy matte foundation. It has almost like a glowing skin-like quality to it. It's not like the heavy mattes of the past where it was caked on. The formulation has come a long way. It has about the same coverage as the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, but I just find that it has a completely different formulation. The Charlotte Tilbury one comes out like a mousse and light quality, whereas this one's a lot more runny. But I find that the coverage is very similar. I've used this one such a long time that I think that this one's the one I always fall back onto again, even though I have so many different new foundations. I think in the past also they didn't have as many colours to choose from. I used to find it hard to find my shade. They've come a long way in the colours that they provide as well. Like, I find that the colour range is excellent. There we are. Foundation is done. Since it has been launched, I have absolutely loved the Natasha Denona HY-Glam Concealer. Sometimes I get really dry skin under my eyes, so I find this one is hydrating and really forgiving on those fine lines under the eyes. This concealer is quite glowy, so you definitely have to set it with a loose powder, because sometimes I find the glowiness of it can backfire and it actually emphasizes my bags under my eyes. It is absolutely essential that you set this one with a powder. But the coverage on this one is so good. In a concealer, I'm looking for coverage and I'm looking for hydration, particularly with more mature under eyes. They're the two things that you really need. It's actually lightened up all of my under eye area. It's actually really brightened it up. For contour, I absolutely love the Rare Beauty. This one is called Bright Side. I'm almost finished this one. There's only a tiny, tiny little bit left. I actually want to finish the Rare Beauty, so I'm going to use this one today. Getting to a point where it's really hard to use now because there's barely anything left. I think I might have one more time left in this one and then it's finished. Got that cool neutral tone to it, so it is an absolutely perfect contour shade for fair to medium skin tones. And it blends in so easily. The formulation of these are beautiful. Okay, for blush, I figure if I've been using this product to a point where it... Why does my cupboard keep opening? I swear the ghost has come back. Okay, so with blush, I figure if my blush is looking like this, it must be a Holy Grail because I have used it to the point of being a crumbly mess. And please excuse my drawer back there, it does not stop opening. So I ended up buying another one. I bought a mini one because I have so... What is it with this drawer? I swear this is the 10th time I've shut it. And I bought another one. I bought a mini one. This is the Benefit blush and this is in the shade Willa. Look how cute this packaging is. This is actually the size that I began with and I hit pan. But then I thought, you know what? I've really loved this blush for so many years. I actually bought one when it first launched. The packaging is cardboard. It has such a cute little picture on there. And what I think got me is the color of it. These tones are right up my alley. See, look at that color. It's just such a pretty, soft, feminine pink. And I think that's what got me with this one here. I just love the color of it. It's one of those blushes that I always go to. Even though I've got so many blushes, this one's the one that I go to when I'm having one of those days where I just don't know what to do with myself. But since then, another blush that has also become another one of my go-tos has been the Milani blush. Now, I only just bought this one probably a few months ago. I know it's been out for such a long time. So with the Milani one, this one here is more of a peach tone, and I find that it's a lot more of a glowier blush. Depending on what mood or look I want, I'll just go with either one of these two. As you can see, the Milani is more of a warmer peach tone with that gorgeous shimmer in it. And if I'm wearing more peach colored eyeshadows, I will normally go for that one. But today I'm going for my tried and true Benefit one. I can't remember how old I was when I started wearing this one. See, this one comes out quite pigmented straight away. But look how pretty that flush of pink is. I just love it. It's so feminine. And I don't even have to work hard to put it on. It just comes on first go. It's not one that I have to build up. It says a lot when all these new launches are coming out and you still go back to that same product that you've used for years. They're just your classic everyday go-to products. And you know that they are going to work. You just know it. Another product that has been like a comforting old friend is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is another product I've hit pan on, and this is a mini one, and I use this every day. If I'm having a bad skin day, I just pop a little bit of this on, and it's like everything's okay again. I use it to set my eyes as well before I go in with eyeshadow, and I also use it to tidy up my eyeshadow as well. It is an expensive product, so that's why I've gone for the mini. I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I absolutely love, but the one I always go for when I don't want to think at all is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. As you can see with mine, it is absolutely well loved, and I've almost hit pan on a few shades in here as well. So this one here has been one of my absolutely most loved products. I think you can understand why. This color story is an absolute stunner. I have a lot of Natasha Denona palettes, but this is the one I go for when I just need that little bit of a pick-me-up. I think on those days where you wake up and you're a little bit tired and you haven't slept well, you want something that has a little bit of a shimmer in there. Just almost makes the face look a bit more alive. It has some pretty little shimmers in there, but they're not heavy glitters like you get in a Pat McGrath. I normally start off with a fluffy brush with the shade Wit, and I just pop this one in my crease. I think this is why I really like the Texture and Tone palette, because it has those same sort of color range in it as well, except this one obviously has a lot more shimmers. Another palette as well is I Need a Warm. I also use that one a lot, so if I'm not using this one, I'll sometimes go for the I Need a Warm. They're just such easy neutrals to wear every day. And then I normally just go in with the shade Fair, which is a soft creamy matte shade, and I'll just go all over the lid with it. I could get a really similar look to the Texture and Tone palette that Natasha Denona just launched. So I feel as though if you do have this palette, you wouldn't need that one. And then I go in with my shimmers. So I just go in with the shade Sheen. This one here is just a gorgeous, soft, pink shimmery shade, and I always bring that across the lid. I'm almost about to hit pan with this shade. A few more uses and it's done. I normally just go in with my Eye Intensifier brush in the shade Vague, a soft mauvey pink tone, and it's just a little bit deeper than the other one that we put on. Just doing the other side. I'll come and clean this up later on with a fluffy brush. I know this palette is very pink leaning, but sometimes I just want to wear pinks. I think this is my favorite part in every look. I love it when I get to dip into my favorite shimmers. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows in the palette, which is called Muse. I just swatch it for you so you can see what I mean. Look how pretty that shimmer is. It is stunning. This shade here makes me so happy. So if I'm having a day where I am feeling a little bit sad, I tell you what, this cheers me up. Look how pretty that is. Now, how can you not be happy with this eyeshadow? Look at that. Problem is though, I go a little bit overboard with it, but it is so pretty. I'll close my eyes. Hopefully it's catching the light, but these shimmers make my day. And I just go in with the shade Whisper for a little bit of an inner corner highlight. Look at that. And I normally just grab a smudge shadow or brush and I go in with the shade Stone. This one here is a cool tone brown matte shade, which I like to put under my eyes. I normally try and avoid putting the more pink tones under there because I do find that it does make me look more tired. This mascara is the one I always reach for. It's in my permanent makeup case and I always reach for this one. So this is the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal Mascara. Even though I have some more pricey mascaras, I still really like my drugstore ones better. I always reach for those more. I feel as though you don't really have to spend money on mascara to get a good one. There are just so many affordable options available. But what I love about this one is that it just doesn't clump, and I find that it lengthens my lashes as well. The brush is really flexible, so it sort of moves with your lashes as you're pulling it through. The bristles are just perfectly separated, but the formulation doesn't come out clumpy at all. It also doesn't transfer either. It stays where it's meant to stay. This is a mascara that I will definitely replace. I have a lot of mascaras and this is the one that I plan to replace when it runs out. I figure if I go and buy it a second, third, fourth time, it has to be a holy grail. I think you can guess what lip liner that I always use. I keep repurchasing. I think this is my third or fourth one by this point. It is the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader. I know. Like, why don't I change it up a little bit? But I love this. I love this lip liner. I do. I can't help it. I think it's the color and definitely the formula as well. Like, it just goes on so smoothly and buttery. But I think it's the shade as well. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll just try and find somewhere to put it. See, that shade is the perfect lip liner shade. Like, how could you not love it? Like, it's almost like a pinky sort of nude shade. I'm not doing it any justice trying to describe it, but it goes flattering with any of the lip glosses, oils, balms, anything I put on with, this pairs well with. And it's odd for a lip liner to feel hydrating, but it does feel hydrating. You wouldn't expect that in a lip liner. So for lips is tricky. I love a lot of lip products. This is my second one that I've had to replace. It's the Candy Glaze Lip Shine. This is the one that I've had to replace 2 times. So this is my second one. I normally get it on sale during the Sephora sale event, so I never pay full price. So this one is the shade 05. Not only do they smell absolutely glorious, I love the consistency of them, and I'll show you this color 05. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I just love the way it feels on my lips. It's like a beautiful balmy treatment on the lips. I do have another one, a more affordable version, which I've been loving. So this is the Revlon version of this one here. So this one's called the Revlon Shine and the shade is Glossed Up Rose. So like the Yves Saint Laurent, it does have that gorgeous buttery feel to it as well. I find this one's probably a little bit more of a thinner consistency, but it still does have that same feeling for a much affordable price. I've been using this one as well. It's a lot more affordable. And as you can see, they both look very similar to each other. So I thought I would include this one because I've been using this one as well and I love it as much as my Yves Saint Laurent. I am going to use this one today because this is one that I have had to replace because I do love it. See, look how beautiful and hydrated my lips look with this product. It actually hides the lines in my lips. So you can see why I love it. It is so pretty. Every Revlon one is equally as beautiful as well. The only thing with the lip products are they're not long wearing products. So when I do wear them, I do have to reapply them after I've eaten because they don't stay on. Both of those products will be absolutely stunning and feel beautiful on your lips if you're somebody that has a dry lip. This is my final look with all of my Holy Grail products. A lot of these products have brought back so many memories for me. I remember when I first bought them, I was quite a lot younger than what I am now. And these products are ones that I've put pan on and I've replaced. So thank you so much for joining me in this video and I hope you all have a great week. And if you've got this far in the video, please remember to like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.